Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Lucy, and today we're going to be diving into one of the hottest topics in the Lagos real estate market right now. How much can you actually make from a shortlet apartment? And we're going to be using a case study of a new project in Surulere called Perez Court. So Surulere is fast becoming a go-to location for short-term rentals thanks to its growing population of professionals, the entertainment hubs, and its prime location, right? But what can you expect from that as an investor? We're going to break down, the numbers right now. So let's break down the numbers based on average nightly rates and number of days of occupancy. And remember, we're going to be using Perez Court as a case study. So currently at Perez Court, there's a studio. We have studio apartments, they have 1-bedroom apartments, and they have 2-bedroom apartments. Based on the current market in Surulere, a studio apartment would go for 50,000 naira per night. And we're saying the average occupancy rate for a studio apartment would be 20 nights, which would give you ₦1 million per month. By 12 months that we have in a year, that means you're going to be making 12 million naira as the owner of a studio shortlet apartment in Surulere. Standard 1-bedroom in Surulere right now is going for, say, 60-70K. So let's say 70K per night for a 1-bedroom in Surulere, in Perez Court. By 20 nights, that would give you 1.4 million naira. By 12 months that we have in a year, that will give you 16.8, yeah? That will give you 16.8 million naira. So that means as the owner or the investor of a 1-bedroom shortlet apartment in Surulere, you're going to be making 16.8 million naira yearly. A 2-bedroom apartment will go for 100K per night. By 20 nights, that's 2 million naira. By 12 months, that's 24 million naira. So as the owner of a 2-bedroom in Surulere, you're going to be making 24 million naira every year. But that's not all. You have to put into consideration the running cost of your apartment. So every month there are like recurring expenses that would happen or come up, like your utility bill, your DSTV, because if you have a shortlet apartment, you have to pay for DSTV, you have to pay for internet, there has to be 24 hours light. So you have to put into consideration all of those things. I would advise that you take out 40% monthly, to be able to run your apartment. I mean, going home with 60% is not bad. So let's say 40%. 40% of 12 million is, let me check my book. So 40% of 12 million, so 40% of 12 million is 4.8 million. If you take out 4.8 million from 12 million, that means you're going to be going home with 7.2 million naira every year as the owner of a studio apartment. And I don't think that's bad. That's like passive income. You're not even doing anything. You're not the one that has to look for clients to put in the apartment. You just have to invest, and then your money is working for you. Luckily enough, the developers for Perez Court have an offer for investors that they can manage their shortlets for them. Now let's do the one for the 1-bed. So running costs for the 1-bed, that's 40%, would be 6.72 million. If you take out 6,720,000 naira from this, that will leave you with roughly 10 million. 10 million plus. So, yeah, something around that. So 10 million plus, yeah. For this, 40% of, so that means as a 1-bed owner, you're going to be going home with 10 million naira at the end of every year. Yes. So 40% of, 2 million is 9.6 million. Minus 24 million, that will leave you with 14.4 million. So that means as the owner of a 2-bedroom apartment in Perez Court, you're going to be going home with 14.4 million naira at the end of every year, which I don't think is a bad deal for a passive income. Now, imagine waking up to 14 million naira every year from just one shortlet unit. Now, that's the power of smart investing in a high demand area like Surulere. Now, here's what it takes to own a unit at Perez Court. The studio apartment is currently selling for 50.5 million naira. The 1-bedroom is selling for 82 million naira, and the 2-bedroom is selling for 125 million naira. And all you need to get started is an initial deposit of 40%. So 40% of the studio that is selling for 50.5 million naira, that will be 20.2 million. And you can spread your balance for 6 months, interest free. 40% of the 1-bedroom selling for 82 million naira, that will be 32.8 million naira as your initial deposit. And you can spread your balance for 6 months, interest free as well. 40% of the 2-bed selling for 125 million naira is 50 million naira as the initial deposit, and you can spread your balance for 6 months, interest free. And these prices are below market value because the project is still in the development stage. That means it's still an off-plan project, and the completion time is slated to be around Q2 of 2026. That's first quarter of 2026. So Surulere isn't just a cultural landmark, it is a profitable one, with the Shortlet market projected to grow by 15% in this year 2025. You know what Dirty December did? So you're not just investing in property, you're tapping into a cash flowing asset in a city that never sleeps. With landmarks close to Perez Court, like the Teslim Balogun Stadium, the University of Lagos, the Yabatech, the Lagos University Teaching Hospital, even the Third Mainland Bridge. All of these are just key landmarks that are close to Perez Court, and that goes to say why this development is a development in a prime location. If you've been sitting on the fence about investing in real estate, this is your sign to invest, because the numbers speak for itself. Right? You don't need anybody to give you any reason. If you want to make 7 million naira every year, you can invest in the studio. If you want to make 10 million naira every year, you can invest in the 1-bed. If you want to make 14 million naira every year without doing anything, you can invest in the 2-bedroom apartments. Yeah. So right. Passive income, capital appreciation, and full ownership await you if you invest in, Perez Court. Okay, so send me a DM or click on the link in the description to get started investing in Perez Court, and I will help you personally to get the best prices before it go up, because it's gonna go up very soon. Yeah. So if you found this video helpful, hit the like button, drop a comment, and also subscribe to my channel and turn on post notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. Also share this video to somebody who you think may be interested in investing in the Shortlet market in Lagos. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye. Happy investing.